those documents. Secondly, my lady, regarding the documents, there's also an important point, my lady, to point out, which is that the affidavit filed by John Githongo, he had filed a response first, then he filed a further affidavit out of time, and in that further affidavit, he introduced completely new documents. In fact, as you will notice when you retire to write your ruling, he now withdrew the initial logs that he had attached to his affidavit and filed completely new ones after we had responded to his previous affidavit. The only option available to us, having been served with these new documents, was now to respond to them. You'll also notice, my lady, that the documents filed by Arnold Oginga, again, they are completely new documents from the ones that had been filed earlier. The prejudice is, on the basis of the document that had been served upon us, we had already responded and filed submissions because our time for filing submissions was very limited. Now we have a situation where new documents have been filed. We have no opportunity of responding to them in submissions because our submissions have already been filed. The only option was for us to file an additional affidavit explaining or answering these new documents and assertions that had now been made. And that is why the documents that were filed out of time on account of the system issues that my learned friend has alluded to. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you.
With your permission, Your Ladyship, my Lords, mine are separate and different issues. The first one relates to the orders you made for scrutiny this afternoon.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Katwa Keegan, for the first petitioner, led by by my senior, Mr. Ngatia. It relates to
respondent, you mean?
Yes, first respondent. I apologize for that. It relates to the issue of scrutiny that is supposed to start this afternoon. We would like to request that the court takes on board consideration of the issues of security, considering what happened at the National Tally Center, my Lords and Your Lordships. And we would also like that the issue of the location where it is to be done be addressed. And we would prefer, considering the security issues also, that camera surveillance be addressed, my Lords and my ladies. The second issue, my Lords and my ladies, is you granted permission to the Attorney General to introduce 2 affidavits, and we would the 2 affidavits introduce very substantial facts that go to touch very seriously on our case, and we would like and pray for leave to respond to those affidavits, considering that you've allowed them in. Thank you, my ladies and my lords.
My lady, the Chief Justice and judges of the court, my name is Charles Kanjama for the ICT professionals who've been admitted as amici. I have also 2 requests to make to the court. One is that in respect of the scrutiny that will be taking place, that the amici whose assistance to the court is to give independent observation of the election technology be allowed to participate and also be allowed thereafter to prepare and present their own independent report so that they can effectively assist the court. Second, in relation to the technology affidavits that have been filed late in the last 2 days, the amici in their initial report had responded to the initial technology affidavit so that they could give an independent perspective from ICT professionals. Would request that they also be granted leave so that they can supplement that report by also responding to the subsequent technology affidavits which this court is considering whether to admit. That is all.